Hello, YouTube subscribers. Today or tonight, whenever you're watching this, I am doing another Trick or Treat Studios prop review. If you guys couldn't tell by the title, this Trick or Treat Studios prop is the Candyman hook. As you guys know, I did a review. May not be great movie reviews, but a movie review for the original and the requel Candyman movies. And since I am a big Candyman fan, and once I heard that Trick or Treat Studios was gonna do a prop, or at least a prop and a costume for Candyman, or at least the prequel anyway, the requel. I was excited, and the costume I think was supposed to be a jacket, and then the prop was the hook. Now, this is all that basically comes with, or at least is the box, is this little tag thing. The little bullshit Trick or Treat Studios. Yeah, so. And then on to the prop, which you guys already kind of seen. Which itself, don't get me wrong. Seriously, do not get me wrong, guys. This is a fabulous, fantastic prop item that we could ever get from Candyman. I mean, this, unless you go on Etsy and maybe eBay and be lucky enough to find a handmade 3D print Candyman hook prop, then cool. But Trick or Treat Studios? Trick or Treat Studios was the first company that ever decided to still said, fuck it, we're still gonna do a prop from Candyman, which, okay, was supposed to come out, I think last year, somewhere last year, but we didn't get it last year, unless I would have pre-ordered it with the Freaky Dagger, because it was announced the same year as the Freaky Dagger. So, but once Trick or Treat Studios did a updated what's gonna come out this upcoming year, which they still announced the Candyman hook. They were still gonna do a Candyman hook prop on the side of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre chainsaw prop. Rob Zombie's Michael Myers mask, 4 different versions of it, and the Black Phone grabber mask. So, but anyway, back on to the prop. I got some disappointments. I really got some disappointments. But still, do not get me wrong by my disappointments with this prop. I still love it. And honestly, if I gotta say, if Trick or Treat Studios give this prop another run, if they actually went back and look at this and say, if we could fix most of the disappointments, let's try and do it. Now, I will get into the disappointments first, my negatives, before I get into the thing that I actually really like about this prop. This is the inside. Okay. Which is fine. I mean, I can't really... I can't really bitch a lot about this prop, how the inside look, because it'd be no different than saying that a mask should not look like this in the inside, because that's bullshit, because in a way, it's like... I don't like that. I didn't notice that the first time around. And the goo inside, I don't know if that's supposed to be foam or certain type of glue, but that to hold the hook completely, I find that a little kind of lazy on Trick or Treat Studio side, that I feel like they did that in a hurry to get this prop out quickly as possible. And then another thing, I mean, Trick or Treat Studios, they're a fantastic company, and they do the most fantastic props ever. Or at least they try to, which I can tell they really tried their best to make this prop as best as possible, and including it as fast as possible, because I know they really wanted to get this out since they could not done this prop and have this all ready to go 2 years in a row. So, which that's not bad. I'm trying to mean, NECA's been taking, what, 3 years? 3.5 years with the Chucky doll. And guys, if you don't want to pay $89, close to $100, close to $100, $99, $88, for this just by itself, you guys can home make this, because honestly, if you guys look at this, the stuff they used to hold the hook itself, which this is not plastic. The thing that's holding it is a white tube that you can get at Home Depot or Lowe's, wherever. And that's holding this, the silver grayish, dirtyish hook. I mean, it looks shiny. The hook looks shiny-ish, dirtyish, perfect. But really, in person, it does look creepy of a hook, dirty. It's just like a fabric rubber type thing that's over this white pipe that they just shoved in there. And then over here is just more padding that they just put at the end of this. Which, honestly, I gotta say, if Trick or Treat Studios ever goes back, redo this prop, I want to say, try and make the hook plastic. Don't repackage it the way it is with the white Home Depot, Lowe's tubing up, and with the rubber material paint job of a hook. Have it. I know Trick or Treat Studios could do this in plastic. They could do this in plastic. I could see other companies to do this in plastic. It could be possible. It could be done. If Trick or Treat Studios just had more time. Which I'm honestly saying, Trick or Treat Studios, go back. we got this. I want to say this could be a prototype, a run and hit of a failure, but also a run and hit positive of even though I want to say I'm the only one that's bought this and done a review on it so far. I could be later on down in the future. I mean, there could be others. But Trick or Treat Studios, I'm just saying, like I've said a bunch of times, update this item, and when you guys do, plastic hook. I know you guys can do it. Plastic hook. The paint job I really love. Other than what's holding the hook together and the weird foam glue that's also holding the hook together and how the hook is made. And other than that, and this part is also my negative. I mean, I get it. It's supposed to, it's supposed to be, if I can, this part of the arm is supposed to be representing at least the elbow part. A bit of here, just a bit, straight down. Just without the hand. And then you got the belt. Now, the belt is nice. I like how the belt is and the way it is. But I could have done this prop item could have been better without this. Because, not trying to mean, no child, okay, a little kid could wear this easily as pie. But no grown adult want to walk around Comic-Con, a Halloween party like this. I mean, this is agitating. This will basically hurt your arm in a few hours. It did with mine. Now, like I said, I would love to wear this. I really would. But it's this part that's ruining the fun for me. So Trick or Treat Studios ever take a revisit to this prop item, and on the side of refixing the hook to a plastic hook, take their time, and on the side of a plastic hook, take this part off. This part off. Where, and possibly, maybe this part too. Now, don't get me wrong, this whole entire part, from here to here, is cool. Don't get me wrong. It's a great, what's the word I'm looking for? A, representation, forgive me for not saying it perfectly correctly, but a representation of a black man's arm, or at least a bit of the forearm. But we could do better without that part, without this part. Because, not trying to be mean, if Trick or Treat Studios just did this part, like figure out a way to did the bloody stomp, like the bone and the bloody bit, and then figure out a way from there, just that part where, and the hook, and then from there could be a handle, basically this, something like this, that you're already holding on, would have been perfect, would have been fine. For me, if it was just like that, I would say at least $30 to $40, but not close to $90, or at least 98, not $88. But for what we got, it's a nice prop. I will say what we got is a nice prop. I like the details. It really got details, like the veins, and then the and the belt. If you want to remove the belt, it is movable. Like, it can be taken off completely. And the belt is nice though, and honestly, I figured since it comes with the prop, I don't want to take it off, and I just screwed it up. Fudge. Oh well, I'll fix it later. I'll just take it off for now and fix it later. But this is actually how it completely looks without the belt. There's the elbow. And then here's the stomp, which I like the blood, and it's a lot more shinier on camera, but in person, the blood has a bit of black paint on the blood. It's not completely clean blood. Like you can tell kind of right here, it has like a bit of black on it. Also, like the hook, on camera, it's coming in like really clean and stuff, but in person, it really isn't. It's dirty. It got like dirt on it, and it looks like rust. So, but this is the Candyman's hook. Would I recommend this if you're a Candyman fan, and if you're really desperate for a Candyman hook prop item? Then I would say, yeah, this would be the prop for you. But if you're looking for more of a what's the word I'm looking for? If you're looking for more of a certain way of a Candyman hook, like I was kind of expecting this to be, then this may not be completely for you. But if you're just a collector that just doesn't give a crap, and you know you would love this anyway, then go ahead and get it. Before I go, if you guys know how I am with my prop reviews, figure reviews, you guys know I have a figure prop wish list, which Uh, this could be from Trick or Treat Studios, NECA, Spare Halloween. I do not care which company. They're all three are great companies. I just think it'd be cool to just have this prop from any other from NECA, Trick or Treat Studios, or Spare Halloween. From Little Shop of Horrors, from Little Shop of Horrors, Audrey 2 Plant. I loved Little Shop of Horrors. I still do, and I think it'd be really cool to get a prop replica. Not kind of like a medium size of the very big adult plant. But so like a normal size plant, but I would like the design of that prop be like the big adult version. And I know NECA to do really big props, and honestly, I'm just looking for a medium sized version of it, but of its final look, the final stage of what the plant would look like. From Predator, the 1987 Predator movie, wrist blades and wrist self-destruct device. I think that would be really cool. Including, I know NECA a long time ago did a prop replica of the alien skull. So, from 1988, well, not 88, but 1980, Friday the 13th, I think it would be very cool to get a prop replica of Pamela Voorhees' severed head. Because from the 1980 version, or part 2 version of her severed head, I just think since NECA given us a bunch of Jason Voorhees masks, and Trick or Treat Studios is great with their props, including especially from Spare Halloween. I've seen last year from Spare Halloween that they did a good silvered head of the zombie guy from Hocus Pocus. So if Spare Halloween could redo that, but as a Pamela Voorhees head. 1989 Puppet Master Blade. From NECA, I would love to see what NECA could do with, how they could do, with this doll. I mean, I know it took them 3 and a half, 4 years to get Chucky done, but I want to give them this competition. The Puppet Master Blade doll would be easy, but 1995 Goosebumps, the TV series, Slappy, the dummy doll, that is a competition for NECA. And I know Trick or Treat Studios did Slappy, but it was okay of a prop replica. I want to see what NECA could do, because I know how they like to push the boundaries of what Trick or Treat Studios already done. So, from 2004, Saw, Billy the Puppet, and Mouth Bear Trap. I would love, this is going back to NECA, I would love to see NECA to also take this challenge as well, to do a life-size prop replica of the Mouth Bear Trap and Billy the Puppet. Now, I know Trick or Treat Studios did this prop replica before, and I would seriously love for Trick or Treat Studios to bring back this prop replica if they could ever try their hardest to get the rights back, because I heard they lost it. Is The Shining. If they can't get The Shining rights back, I know the prop replica was also in Doctor Sleep, so they could get at least rights to Doctor Sleep. They could redo the axe, bring out the axe, because I love The Shining, I love Doctor Sleep. I would love to get the axe prop replica and add it to my horror collection. I know Trick or Treat Studios did the Nema Comic Con Ex Mortis book, but from Evil Dead 1 and Ash vs. the Evil Dead, I would love the pages that was added in the book from the very first Evil Dead, and the pages that was added later in Ash vs. the Evil Dead. Including, I would love to get even more pages from Evil Dead 2, the missing pages, with the portal and the chosen one page. I'm gonna wait on that one. I'm not saying that proper replica. From NECA. I would love from NECA if NECA could get back the Jason Voorhees rights and do a 2009 Friday the 13th Jason hockey mask. We've gotten so many from NECA before. They done so great. I would love to see the 2009 version. Including, I would love to, if Spare Halloween could take the challenge to do the 1980 or the Part 2 Friday the 13th Pamela Voorhees Severed Head. I would love to also see them take the challenge of the 2009 Pamela Voorhees Severed Head. This is gonna go to Trick or Treat Studios. I would love to see Trick or Treat Studios to take the challenge of to do a 1984 Terminator T-800 Elton Skeleton Terminator skull head. A actual life-size skull version of the T-800 Elton skull. Because I just think it would actually be really cool to see Trick or Treat Studios to do like prop items from the Terminator franchise, like I said like twice. The T-800 Terminator skull, but life size. The arm, the chip, the what else? A gun. So I think one of them, they eventually use a knife. So like the T-1000 can form his arm as a sword type blade. So like form, but and then from Trick or Treat Studios, I would seriously love to see 2 prop replicas from this movie, from My Bloody Valentine, the Miner's Mask and Pickaxe. Honestly, I love that franchise. I think NECA should start doing NECA or Trick or Treat Studio should start doing props from that franchise, but other than that, comment down below what did you think of the Trick or Treat Studios Captain Hook, Candyman Hook. Do you think it's for you? Do you not think it's for you? Do you like the Candyman franchise? Do you not like the Candyman movies at all? Which one's your favorite movie? Did you even like the new Candyman movie? What's your favorite Candyman scene? What's your favorite Candyman line? So, have a nice day or night whenever you're watching us. Peace. Oh, and also before I go, I know I showed this a real quick glance, but this is actually how it looks completely on my arm. But if I go like that, that's how it's supposed to look. But if we could have it where it's just, like I said, if we're able to have it just the stump and the hook, and that's it, because we're gonna be wearing a jacket or something over it, then that would just be fine. That would just be cool. So if Trick or Treat Studios could ever take another hit at this, just the stump, not the whole arm, just the stump, plastic hook. I do not care if the stump is like a form of rubber or plastic itself, but as long as you make the hook plastic, and that will be fine. Now, this video is over. Have a nice day or night whenever you're watching this. Peace.